Everyone, thank you for joining us again. It's now 7 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Today's webinar is about girl and caregiver planning meetings. So our hope tonight is to be able to talk about so that you will understand how to execute a girl cookie planning meeting, a caregiver information meeting, and know how to locate our council as well as Little Brownie Baker resources. First, we are going to introduce our team. So first up is the Director of Product Program, Ashley Pash. She has been a Girl Scout for 27 years. She is a mother, the oldest sister of 5. She has 3 dogs. She is a hiker and has some serious hiker goals. And this is her 10th cookie season on staff. Next is myself. I am Tashiana Avery. I've been with GSCI for 9 years. This is my 4th cookie season. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. My fur baby's name is Claire. I enjoy stepping. I am a foodie and really will try anything at least once. There has not been many foods that I turn away, and I love to travel. Next is Elaine Gill. She's also a product program manager. She loves to camp and learn about national parks, loves to cook authentic Indian food. She has family all over the world, and this is her 5th cookie season in product program. So again, tonight, our agenda is to discuss girl planning meetings, the caregiver meetings, and then discuss different resources. So first, our girl planning meeting. Who's there? Of course, the Girl Scouts, troop leadership, and parents. The plan for the girl planning meeting is to discuss their cookie goals. Do they have individual goals? They have troop goals? What do they want to earn? What do they want to do during cookie season? Are they thinking philanthropic about what they'd like to do at the end? This month is the perfect time to set that. Cookie season runs from January to March. So get that goal planning started in the beginning so that they know what they're looking forward to at the end. And then, of course, during this planning meeting, girls will learn how to run their cookie business by being hands-on and being girl-led, because their goals are in the forefront of their mind the entire time. There are 5 skills of product program: goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. Your troops entrepreneurs need to know how to be successful this cookie season, and mastering those skills are the key to success. So you may be asking yourself, well, okay, those are the 5 skills. How do we get there? These entrepreneurship badges and pins can help you with that. They can proudly display those accomplishments on their Girl Scout uniforms. They're a great way to cover the introduction to your cookie business, the goal setting piece that we just discussed, decision making, and more. The meetings are already planned in the volunteer toolkit, or VTK, so that you can look through them and pick and choose which badges or pins your girls would like to earn that's appropriate for their age level. You can also use the cookie program caregiver meeting guide if you want girls and their caregivers to meet to discuss their goals together. So on the last slide, I mentioned the entrepreneurship pins. There are entrepreneurship family pins. Girl Scouting is a family affair. So encourage girls to get their families involved by helping her set a personal goal, guide her in deciding and narrowing down which reward options she would like. There's so many to choose from. Help her with her money management skills by practicing making change and or taking online orders. They can act as customers at booths. They can help her come up with her cookie business pitch. Practice failing gracefully when customers tell her no. They can help her market her business by creating posters to go at the cookie booth. And by doing all of those things, help her earn her family entrepreneurship pins. Now, there's another piece, and I'm going to pass it to Ashley for the caregiver meeting.
Hi, everyone. So as you're looking at how to plan your girl planning meeting, whether you use the caregiver meeting guide that we'll go over here shortly, or a badge out of the VTK, those cookie business badges really are, they're well planned and they cover all the things you need. You're also going to want to hold a caregiver meeting, either together or after the girls have their goal set. So who should be included? Caregivers for any Girl Scout in your troop. That may not just be a parent, that may be a grandparent, aunt, uncle, a family friend, anyone who's going to help her. Oops, sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. Who's going to help your Girl Scouts meet their goal? That might just be a troop leader who also has no kids in the troop. What you'll want to do is provide cookie season info and the troop goal. That's something to hold sometime in January. So while Digital Cookie is running right now, that's really a family piece, and you're preparing your girls and your parents for that in-person booth phase. Once cookies hit the ground, that door-to-door booth, delivering their first orders, all those things. And then it's important to hold one of these just to keep your caregivers in the loop. And if you're planning to work a cookie booth, to recruit that cookie booth help while you're in that meeting. So on our Cookie Central page, which we'll also go over here shortly, I'll do a few walkthroughs. You'll be able to find our cookie program family meeting guide. So the picture of it is there on the right. That's the Daisy one. However, there is one for all 6 age levels. You can find it on Cookie Central under the 4 volunteers and the drop down called Essentials. They're each there, a clickable PDF. It includes all the information you need. It's an introduction for you and meeting prep to make sure that you feel prepared and have all the right things together. It provides you an agenda that you can follow or tweak the way that fits your troop and your parents. It gives you virtual meeting tips. So if we have troops, we know some troops still are meeting solely virtually. And so it helps anyone who's trying to make that happen. It gives them tips to make that happen. The back half of it is a cookie family connection guide. So part of the mailing that you should receive no later than next week, and some of the things that will that are accessible on Cookie Central. This is just an additional piece to that. There is a girl guide that went out as part of those resources, but this is just extra information created by GSUSA about cookies. And then it has key program resources listed in it. So now I'm gonna X out of here. And let's do a quick walkthrough. Let me go to our website. Share screen. Okay. You should now, Tashi, can you guys see the website now?
Yes.
Okay, so when you go to girlscoutsindiana.org, this is our landing page. When you click on cookies, there are 4 different things that you can go to. Cookie Central is like the end all be all where all the cookie information is housed. About Girl Scout cookies, that gives you a little bit about each variety and the history of cookies. For cookie sellers, a lot of things are linked to Cookie Central here, but for cookie sellers really is geared toward a Girl Scout and her caregivers. And then the Cookies for a Cause page goes over our gift of caring. It used to be called Operation Cookie Drop, and we've changed to Cookies for a Cause so we could extend our donations to food pantries. However, that gives you information there. So I'm going to go to Cookie Central first. Cookie Central, the first thing you come to is for girls and families. The Caregiver Agreement here is an online caregiver agreement. It takes parents out to a jot form. They then put the Troop Cookie Manager email in there, and it will send you as a Troop Cookie Manager a copy, as well as leave a copy on file with the council. You also will be, if you haven't yet received your mailings, you'll be receiving that in paper form, so you can handle that whichever way you want. The Caregiver Training is going up in the next couple of days, so you are welcome to share that with your parents, especially if they need refreshers throughout the season. It kind of just goes over the 5 skills, the at-home pin, the Cookie Entrepreneur pin, and basic dates that they should adhere to make your life a little easier. The Cookie Program Guide for Girl Scouts. This is the girl guide that will come in your mailing. And then this is the link to Digital Cookie for for everybody, but this way caregivers could easily get a link to digital cookie if they don't remember how to get there as they're trying to approve orders and things. Under essentials, this is where some of those things up top are also here, but so are other things that parents or caregivers may need to know. They can go to Meet the Cookies, they can learn about the Girl Scout cookie program, the history of it, as well as the details about ours. All the digital cookie tip sheets for how a caregiver and a girl utilize digital cookie are here. So everything from site setup to choosing their rewards, how to approve girl delivered cookies, how to upload a photo or a video. There's some for fun stuff. So all the rewards are linked here. All the cookie badge, just all the basic PDF that Tashiana showed you about the cookie badges. This links them out to the Family Entrepreneurship Pin page on GSUSA. Cookie dough credits is one of the ways that girls can earn, that they can choose instead of a physical reward. So there's information there. They can share their cookie story. So if you have girls that have just this amazing experience and they want to share their story, GSUSA is always looking for stories. And so that's what that is for. And then this video is a Cookie Rookie for Girls video that our baker puts together every year. It's fantastic. It goes through what it will be like for a first-time cookie seller. Cookie booth, the cookie booth etiquette training video will be up next week after we do that one, as well as this links them to our COVID-19 page, so that as those things are ever changing, everything lives on our COVID-19 page, but we wanted to link it here so it was easy if somebody was on the cookie page looking for COVID information. This gives them a summary of their resources, so it takes them out to the right websites, as well as they have a living, breathing calendar. Below that is for volunteers. So this is your space. This links you out to the information on GS Learn. This opens up your troop training quick bites. This opens up service unit cookie manager information. So that's volunteer in your area that manages cookies. That's their manual. This links you straight to eBuddy, which is the cookie management platform that our baker creates and manages. This is the Cookie Rookie Guide. So if you're a first year troop, this is a lot more nitty gritty. Has a really good checklist in it for first time troop leaders, troop cookie managers. Also part of all these things are part of your mailing. And then How the Cookie Crumbles is a flyer that we had designed to just be able to let your girls learn about how cookie money is spent at the council level, where the $5 goes for each cookie. And that is something that is an 8.5 by 11. So you can utilize that at your booths so that girls can learn that information and be able to communicate that to their customers. You have the same essentials. So you can go to the About Cookies, Meet the Cookies, your True Cookie Manager training information, the starting inventory tool. We'll talk more about that in one of our other Tuesday night trainings, but this is an Excel file, or you can push it out into Google Sheets. It helps you estimate what your sale will look like for the entire program so that you can back that off and know what to put in as your starting inventory order. This links you to the eBuddy app, the printable resources. Here are those meeting guides. We'll come back. I'll do a quick walkthrough of those. You also have a live calendar. You also have digital cookie tip sheets for your troop cookie links, your troop dashboard, your troop leader. If you have an order that is received, pickup orders. You as a troop leader, troop cookie manager, this is new this year to all troop cookie managers, but you are now able to refund orders. So if Sally Scout's mom comes to you and says, I had a family friend order online, her name is Susie, she no longer wants her order, what do I do? You can help refund that. And then information on how to log in as a volunteer to Digital Cookie. There are some for fun things here as well. The cookie badges PDF. There's an interactive rally guide. So if your service unit is not holding a cookie rally or your troop is unable to attend, this rally guide is out there for you to utilize as well. It's got a lot of great make and takes that teach goal setting, that teach decision making, money management. And it has a ton of fun graphics that are easy to print. There's a really cool bingo game in there that we played with our service units at training. So make sure to check that out. And then more cookie dough information. Cookie money, this tells you how to open a troop bank account. As we get closer to when ACH will start happening, there's a FAQ that'll be on there, as well as counterfeit money tips when you're out at booths. Sometimes you'll get counterfeit money. This will tell you what to do. And then a form that you fill out if you have a parent who has not paid you on time. information about cookie booths. And then again, a summary of your resources in case you're trying to figure out, you can't remember where you saw something there. This links you out to all the things that we had there. So I'm going to go back. We're going to open the Daisy Caregiver Meeting Guide. I'm going to zoom in on this a little just to make it easier to see. So it'll give you your table of contents. It gives you an introduction and a list of things to prep. And then here is where you can link out to tips for leading a virtual meeting. This gives you a meeting agenda. And what I love is it gives you a way to meet either just with your girls and then your caregivers, or a way to meet with them all together. This meeting agenda I thought was a really cool idea on how to get your caregivers involved as the girls are planning goals. Depending on your age level, that's great. Depending on your parent involvement, that's great. So that gives you a full agenda, gives you a review of all the resources. So there are some GSUSA things that are great resources that are linked in here as well as on our website. So then that's just ways to sell, talks about safety, having the girls share their plan with the caregivers. So as girls come back to the caregiver meeting, talk about their plan on what their goal is, what they're going to do with their money, how they're going to meet their goals. And then this allows girl-led family engagement, which is great because especially younger levels, it's harder to be girl-led. And so this is an opportunity within the confines of the space having some girl-led opportunity. Here's the virtual meeting tips. And then here's the Cookie Family Connection Guide. So this is great information. It is based on a national level, but there's a lot of information about girls who were Girl Scouts versus non-Girl Scouts and their entrepreneurial mindset. How many of them were interested in becoming an entrepreneur. There's some graphics here that cover, you know, like about take action projects and that money all stays local and all those fun things. And then there's a here's why girls learn goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, business ethics, and why does that matter? So I know for me, people skills I learned at cookie booths, right? I've been a Girl Scout since I was in kindergarten. And if I had not been, I would never be able to be on this training talking to you. And so the 5 skills really are the end all be all, right? Like it's great that you're fundraising for your troop and for the council, but ultimately this should be fun and it should be educational. And you can make your cookie sale the way that you want it to be. You can be just online, you can be online and at 1 or 2 booths, and you might have girls that want to be at a bunch of booths, and that's okay, right? You really should tailor it to what you have time for, what your caregivers have time for, and what your girls have time for and are interested in. And then again, that same graphic that we've been sharing is back here at the back. And then the very back of it, you could copy this, you can print it off of GSUSA's website. This is the entrepreneur pin that families can take home and complete with their Girl Scout. There are some digital cookie marketing tips or digital marketing tips in general, digital safety as well listed there. Any questions about caregiver meetings or the resources for the council before I move into Little Brownie Baker resources? You can either put them in the chat or the Q&A if you have them. And this is being recorded. So, oh, Wendy, I accessed the meeting guide. Let me bring that back up here. Under Cookie Central, I scroll down to volunteers and it's right here under essential. So each age level is listed there. If you have a multi-age troop, I would say just pulling the one that you have the most of, or if you're going to do 2 different goal setting meetings based on their age, you could pull each one. But like my daughter's troop's junior cadet, and we only have like 2 juniors, so we pull the cadet one. We are not covering a lot about digital cookies, Sarah. But I can, at the very end of this, anybody who wants to stick around, I can go in to your question is wondering what we as cookie manager can do to restrict settings for girls ship only, no booth pickup. The good thing is no booth pickup as long as you don't put booths in there so booths are solely a troop level thing. Girls cannot put a booth in and have a customer pick a booth to pick up at. So as long as you don't put your booths in there, you don't have to worry about that, but we can go over at the end of this. I will spend a little bit of time on that for anyone who wants to stick around. So eBuddy real quick. The nice thing about eBuddy, so you're seeing my council level. Let me jump to a troop here. So when you log into eBuddy, this is the dashboard you'll see as it slowly loads. This is the dashboard you'll see. The great thing about the dashboard is it can take you just about anywhere. This gives you your digital cookie, girl delivered orders. This gives you your service unit cookie manager contact. Once we have cupboard locations in over the next week or two, you'll be able to click on the map and see what's closest to you. You can see if girls haven't selected their rewards. You can see your troop per girl average, which is calculated only on selling girls. So if you have 10 girls registered and 8 sell, it'll be calculated on that. You can look at virtual rally event resources. You can build your cookie season. This is a great tool to help you do that. You can see the troop checklist, and you can see all the important dates. And then right here tracks your initial order, your starting inventory order, your cookies for a cause, your donations, and then any additional orders. If you are a returning troop, it shows you last year. If you're a new troop, it won't show you that. You can look at the by variety. You can look at it by grade. So if you have a troop with multiple grades, you can see that. You can look at it versus digital cookie. What are your sales on digital cookie? And then you can look at your overall just total. However, if you are struggling with eBuddy, we do have like a booth training, a starting inventory training where we'll go over the nitty gritty of how to submit that, how to put those things in, how to fill out your rewards at the end of the season. But if you're in the moment and you really want to get an answer, if you click on that Help Center button right here in the top right-hand corner, the great thing is they have a troop user manual you can download that gives you step-by-step and photos. And then they also have eBuddy Basics. So it'll go over, I'm trying to look. Yeah, here we go. So like there's microburst trainings that you can sit through for each type of thing that you might want to do. Initial order, delivery, your girl order tab, pending transactions for cupboards, all those things that might come up that you don't need to worry about right this moment, but they will eventually come up. This goes over your settings tab. So it just kind of goes over every little piece of digital cookie. So if you're in the moment, you don't have time to wait for one of our trainings or go back and find a recording. These are great little microburst pieces of information that our baker put together. And they are the creator of eBuddy, so that they're the experts of this system. So that is the best way to do that. Sorry. Whew. I am gonna go back to my PowerPoint. All right, Tashi, are we back on the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I did a guide walkthrough. The most important thing you can do, besides let caregivers know what the troop goal is so that they're committed to helping their Girl Scouts and your troop hit that goal, is to get caregivers to sign up to want to help with booths and with cupboard pickups. So every troop is a little bit different. The troops that I've been involved with over the years, if you want your Girl Scout to sell at a booth, you need to get registered and be willing to go work that booth. We have had girls that I've worked with that just their parents don't have the ability to do that. And we of course figure out how to get an adult there and make that work for that girl. But a booth is usually 2 girls and 2 adults. And so as long as the adults aren't related, you could always have a girl who's non-related to both adults at them. And the same with cupboard pickups. So cupboards are little, a cupboard is literally that, a cupboard where we store cookies in volunteer homes across the council. There's about 35 of them. And so sometimes the thing that you need help with most is just parents who are willing to run and pick that up. So those are the 2 things that from all my years of watching my parents be cookie parents and then being in that hot seat for a while with my daughter and then talking to troops over the last 10 years is like those 2 things seem to take up the most amount of time for a troop cookie manager. And so really trying to get your parents to be on board with helping with those 2 things. It will alleviate a lot of the time that you're spending and it'll help share that workload. So definitely make sure you're mentioning help at booths on weekends and help with picking up cookies and transporting them to and from your house or wherever you plan to store your cookies. Some troops are able to use their meeting space for that. We talked about Little Brownie's volunteer cookie resources. So cookie season success. The important parts that will make you feel successful, make your girls feel it was successful, and hopefully not stress you out too much. We know it's a big task and we appreciate all the work volunteers put in, but it's just keeping girls' goals at the forefront. Remembering that's what we're here for. We're here to help them learn, help them grow, help them meet goals. Teaching them the 5 key skills. That may be one skill this year and a new one next year. It may be all 5. You'll be able to gauge that based on the girl and your group of girls. Prepare them with cookie knowledge before you're out and about talking to customers at booths. Make sure they've looked at what each variety is called, what does it have in it. Allow girls to fail gracefully. Allow someone to say no and them learn how to say thanks anyway, or have a nice day. Some girls will set goals that are really big and you'll have to talk them into something a little smaller and they'll either blow your mind or they might miss them, and that's okay too. And just teaching them that that's part of life and that's just a learning moment. Make sure girls are well versed on their goals and the cookie varieties. So just making sure they know their goals and why. The public loves to know what you're going to do with your money. Is that community service? Is it a program? Are you going to get to learn a new like a new type of activity? And then getting caregivers involved. Jillian, you need to have at least one registered adult. So she asked, do parents need to be registered to help at cookie booths? At least one of the 2 adults does need to be registered. We suggest they both get registered. However, that's really up to your discretion. As long as one is to handle the money and be the registered parent at them, we do carry insurance on anyone participating at a booth. So if someone were to get hurt at a booth, you would just call council and we would help take care of that insurance wise, like any other Girl Scout activity. All right, any questions overall about girl planning meetings, where to find information on how to find those badges? Wendy, where do you pick up sample cookies for kickoff meetings? Those are being mailed to you. Those are part of the Cookie Rookie mailing. Jillian, I would, you said I only have one registered parent besides you and your co-leader, so you were worried. I would definitely tell parents, like, in order to have girls participate at booths, you'll need more help. Sarah asked, where do we get the contactless OCR technology to process credit cards? We do not yet have the training from GSUSA, but they are giving us training. It's supposed to come this week. It's all done through the Digital Cookie app. When your parents set up Digital Cookie, then they can log into that. Once they've set it up on the website, they can log into the app. Once you've set up your troop, once you set up your troop link, then parents will be able to see their girl and the troop pseudo girl, and they can run that. They can process that credit card under either of those. So a lot of troops that I worked with last year to test that system processed booth cookies under the troop pseudo girl, and then if a girl had her own personal cookies to collect money from, then they would run that under their own personal name. Christine, what is the timing for the Cookie Rookie mailing? Oh, no, you're totally fine. It should arrive USPS first, like priority mail next week. And then Sarah, yes. So in order to run credit cards, you definitely want to get your troop link set up, which is really easy. I can log in. So for anybody who doesn't want to have to see Digital Cookie, you're welcome to hop off right now. Thank you so much. But for those who were looking for a little bit of Digital Cookie information, I am happy to go through that. A couple of those things is we don't currently have a Digital Cookie training scheduled, just because we're getting some of that information as we go. So I've set myself up in a few different places so that I have the right access to share things and know what we're talking about. All right, Tasha, can you see my Digital Cookie screen?
Yes, I can.
All right.
And then there was one more question that just popped up also.
Oh, yeah. I have not received my package. Will I be able to get receipts for parents when they turn in money? Yes. So they shouldn't turn in money until after they've delivered cookies in February. So those will come as part of that package of materials. But if for any reason you want them a little bit earlier, give our customer care hotline a call at 317-924-6800, and they'll hook you up with Elaine and she'll get that popped in the mail. Okay, digital cookie. So when I'm going to show you both the parent and the troop role. So first I'm going to go into the troop role. So for those of you who already have eBuddy access, then you should have digital cookie access. That's contingent with each other. Once you log in, this is your digital cookie platform. Over here, your links won't be, it will say unpublished, and you'll be able, you'll be able to click and assign, oh, right here it is, assign a parent. You'll be able to put in the troop zip code, and then any parent who has registered for digital cookie, their name will be listed there. Clearly, I'm the only one yet for my troop. And so I assign myself, I hit save. Now, when I log back in as a parent, I can see the troop. I am actually, my daughter's dad is tied to her digital cookie. So I don't see both my daughter and the troop, but I am able to, you would be able to toggle between them if you have both your Girl Scout and the troop. This is your troop cookie link, and this is only for shipped cookies. So this is only shipped and donated. There are 2 links, shipped and donated, or one that does everything, shipped, donated, girl delivered booths. You can either copy the link or view the QR code. The QR code is great if your girls are going to be going door to door and they're not comfortable giving out a link that's just their personal link. That could go on like a door hanger, you know, or something they're going to leave for people who aren't home. Over here, you would see any pending orders. It doesn't mean you have to approve them. So some of these are troop link pending orders, that it would be the parent you've assigned to manage this link. They should approve those. These are the girl orders. And if you see pending approval, that means there's a parent in your troop. And because I don't have anybody, but it would tell me, like it tells me who's published. It would tell me if there's orders they need to approve and who it is, so I can get a hold of that parent and say, hey, you only have 5 days to approve those. Make sure you get in there and do that. They can either approve or deny those cookie sales. So I have had friends of friends order cookies that I don't know, and they're too far from my house, and I just deny delivering it. The good thing is when a person clicks girl delivered, they know that it tells them there's a risk that it will be denied by the parent, and it asks if they want to donate it, ship it, or cancel it. So that's already pre-programmed, and you don't have to worry about that piece. Jerica, you are correct. If you don't yet have your eBuddy training done and have eBuddy access, you won't yet have digital cookie access. If you have completed your training and don't have eBuddy access, shoot me an email at P as in Paul, S as in Sam, C as in Cat, H as in Henry at girlscoutsindiana.org, or call customer care, and one of us will take care of. If you show that you've done it 100% and you need access and something's not working right, give us a call or shoot me an email. In this bottom left, you can see all your troop sales. So the troop goal is not set yet, but the troop, that's weird. But the troop link, so there's the cookie goal for the troop link. And then it tells you when troop rewards end. So that would be when you want parents to enter rewards by. And that's just the day before they're due to council, and it was auto preset there. When I log into digital, Christine, you should see both, so that you should see both your caregiver and your troop if you have eBuddy access. So that just means you don't have eBuddy access yet. Again, if you, like I told Jerica, if you've done your training and for some reason that's wonky, shoot me an email or call customer care. We'll get you taken care of tomorrow. And then as you go down, you can see campaign statistics. So there are 14 girls in, 14 with parents. So if you have girls without parents showing, give customer care a call. They'll get that right email in for you. Some girls we don't have a parent email for at the council level. They just didn't put one in when they registered for membership. So if you're seeing that your campaign statistics don't match the number of girls in there versus the emails, give us a call. Girls registered. This just tells you how many girls are registered for digital cookie, not for Girl Scouts. And then this gives you the breakdown of your online sales. And then here's where you can pull all your order data. This initial order is actually disabled for us. You were going to have to move it over. It was like extra steps created for you as a True Cookie manager. I believe next year it won't be, but for this year it was. So we opted out of it. So parents actually can't see a place to put their initial order in. They would just need to send that to you and you'd put it in eBuddy. And then this tells you if girls have been earning cookie badges. So parents, girls and caregivers have access in Digital Cookie to all the steps to earn their badge, and they can track in Digital Cookie if they've earned a badge as they do those steps. Here's where you get a report to see who has earned a badge outside of your troop meetings. Then if you go back up to the top, you have a page where you can see any orders. You could look at it if a parent gives you an order number and they're saying there's something wrong with it or you need to refund it. You can type the order number in if you want to just look at by girl. Oftentimes you don't need to mess with this unless you just are really interested in a lot of data. So then my troop gives you all the girls who has published, who hasn't. Your troop orders is like orders that have come in under your troop link and not under your girls. And then virtual booths. This is where earlier somebody had the question, how do I make sure girls can't just like pick booth pickup? You, as a Troop Cookie manager, would have to put booths in and approve those pickups yourself, or whoever you have monitoring this, you would have to approve those. A girl and her caregiver can't do that. So this is restricted to you. So as long as you don't put booths in, you do not have to worry about a parent doing that. Any questions about the troop level while I'm still here? Because I'm going to switch to the parent view. Oh, thanks, Sarah. All right, so I'm going to switch to parent view of a troop, and then I'll log out and log back into my daughters to just show you. They're fairly similar, but they are a little different. So this welcomes me, gives me my troop goal, how much we've sold so far. So this is going to be tracking in my troop packages as well as my girls packages, right? This is tracking everyone's sales under my troop number. This is the site that will allow this link is the one that will allow everything to happen. Girl delivered, shipped, donated, booths, if you've set up booths. The difference in the two is the one showing at your troop level. If you have it set up on February 18th, GSUSA will put that out in the cookie finder. So if somebody's looking for your 5-digit zip code and maybe they're quarantined and they want to get some cookies shipped, or they want to just donate and they don't want to have to go out in the cold, or whatever that situation is, they just want to buy online. It's a rolling, so it'll pull one troop up at a time and it's just rolling. So like if your troop was on there and then it rolls away and we're in the same zip code, then my troop will roll up. Once somebody orders from me, then the next troop will roll up, and so on and so forth. And if you've got 10 troops in your area, every 10th order would be coming to your troop. Because it's shipped and donated, you don't have to worry about doing anything with it. Erica, yes, you can add a video after you have your daughter's site published, and I can show you how to edit your site here shortly. So then it tells you if you have to approve orders, tells you if your pseudo troop girl has been earning cookie badges and pins. Again, just like the troop one, you can track. Open for business, still time to order and email my site are unique emails and count toward a girl's patch for Digital Cookie. Thank yous do not, like just as a note. So let me log out here because it'll be easier to show you the girl fully from my daughters. So you can see her goal, you can see my troop. For whatever reason, it hasn't mixed the goal over there to show her that. It might be because they're waiting on girls to register. Here's her link that I can copy and paste out, either to make my own QR code, share it on social, those kind of things. Here's where I can track my badges. Here's where I can track my sales. So it looks very similar. It tells me here she's a cadet. So this will tell you either Daisy Brownie Junior Cadet Senior Ambassador. That means that this should match her actual age level because that's how the badges are tailored in this system. So If she wants to earn a badge or an entrepreneurship pin at home with me, we can go through. It tells us, we can click on this. It tells us what to do. We can say, oh, we've completed it. And then eventually I, as the Troop Cookie parent, or our actual Troop Cookie parent, could pull that and know to award that to my daughter. And there are all 3 badges. Learning is games, videos, all girl geared, just for like girls to learn safe selling, travel videos. So certain councils must be offering travel to everybody. I'm not sure. Looks like there's some take action stuff. These are things that GSUSA pulls together with other councils across the nation. So these are just great videos for girls and games and quizzes that they can take if they're wanting to play around. Site setup right here. Erica, this is where if I don't like it or I want to add to it, I can edit. And it'll allow me to go back to the beginning when I first set it up. And you can either upload your own video photo. Like my daughter chose one from the gallery because she's 12 and thinks all pictures are weird. Or you can use the Girl Scout video that GSUSA created. Jennifer, if you just set up your Troop Cookie site, mine did not, my QR code did not come up immediately. It needed to like go through a cycle of like 20 or 30 minutes to recognize that I had set it up. So give it tonight, and if it's still not there, shoot me an email or call customer care and ask for me tomorrow, and I can toy with it, see what's going on. No, you're okay. So then when you do think you have it right, you want to go back down here to see your site and publish. Once you've rearranged things, uploaded a new video, and then you'll want to approve and publish it again. And then customers, this is where you're going to see all the customers. If you have been in before, these are all your customers that you, like my daughter for the last 7 years has loaded in 41 people. So it builds every year. It'll move every year. You don't have to worry about re-putting them in. If somebody orders from you in person on the mobile app and they want to be added to your customer list, or you want to add them, you can do that and add them to your customer list. That was lucky that was there. So then connect with customers. This is where you're going to send your open for business. And then in a couple of weeks, people who haven't ordered from you yet, this system does not send a reminder. So every couple of weeks, the girl would need to go in and send her reminder. And then when somebody orders, she will go in and need to send her own thank you. This system does not do that. Our fall sale system does, but this one is built to really encourage girls to take control of their sale. So here's where I would see any orders I have, and it would be broken down into types. So I would see shipped, donated, and girl delivered. And then the girl delivered would be broken down into needs approved or already approved. If it's not approved, it won't count into anywhere else. So if it's still an approval in that status needs approved, my troop leader can't see that it exists. eBuddy can't see that it exists, and it won't go on to my like overall sales total. New this year is the My Rewards. This was broken from the council side before Christmas, and so we'll have this updated in time for the beginning of February. But you'll see all of the council rewards here, and as girls get to certain levels, they'll be told like, hey, you made it, choose the reward you want. And then you as a troop cookie manager from the troop level will be able to pull a report to see what those rewards are and key them into eBuddy. I'm not sure if that's good, bad, or indifferent, right? I'm not sure if it's an extra step. For some troops it may not be, for some troops it may be, but next year we're told that it will just automatically read into eBuddy, so we want people to get into the habit with rewards specifically. Initial order gets a little messier, and I don't want people screwing up their troop cookie manager and adding things in just yet. So we're gonna wait and see how that goes, but rewards will be easy to like test. And then my cookies. Oh, even though I guess you can enter initial order. Look what I'm learning. The settings tab doesn't work for national. So you could have your troop go in here and enter Like if they took paper order cards, or some parents just want to commit to a certain amount of cookies to take door to door, they could enter these in here, save and update. You could at the same time pull that report. Here's where a parent would be able to make her girl inactive for selling Girl Scout cookies, girl delivered. And then here's where, if you as a troop leader come to parents and say, hey, we're out of Toffee-tastic and I'm not picking up anymore. I'm done going to the cupboard. We have everything else available, but please don't take any more orders for Toffee-tastic. They could toggle that off and then update so that they aren't taking orders for cookies that you no longer have in your troop stock. Real quick, let me go check. That is one thing I forgot somebody asked that. Let's go look at the troop level. I'm not as familiar with the troop level. Yeah, it looks like only parents can do that, Sarah. I would definitely be very upfront with troops or with your caregivers at the beginning of the sale that you're going to be letting them know if they need to opt out. That is something that I'll put in GSUSA's mind, though. I'll let them know that it would be helpful if a troop could mark those out. They're currently building 2023 already, so I'll put it in their minds. Any questions about these pieces of digital cookie, the parent or troop? You can drop them either in the chat or the Q&A. Any questions about anything else that for this week of getting started that you'd like us to answer? If you troop side, I don't see a spot to add your goal. Oh, I set my troop goal from the parent level. When I set up the parent, the pseudo girl, the troop parent level, when I did site setup, I was able to put it there. So I was able to put their cookie goal here at the top like I would my daughter. Any other? Sarah, would you mind repeating the answer to the question about getting early access to cookies for tasting? Oh, yeah, so your cookie rookie kit that should arrive priority USPS mail next week will have a package of everything except for the Toffee-tastic. They don't put gluten-free in their sampler packs at Little Brownie, but you'll get everything else for the girls to try in that package. Yeah, no problem. If you aren't already registered, we're talking booths next week. Oh yeah, Jerica, I will go over my email and my name and email again. You're totally fine. But next week we have booths at 7 p.m. It'll also be recorded and added to GS Learn, starting inventory, order information, how to use the tool, how to enter an eBuddies the 18th, and all financial processes and our accounting team will be on that night for ACH, digital cookie, all those payments. They'll be on to help with that. So make sure you check those out. And then, yeah, thanks. Let's see. So my name is Ashley Pash. My last name is spelled P-A-S-C-H. So P as in Paul, A as in Apple, S as in Sam, C as in Cat, H as in Henry. And then my email is apasch@girlscoutsindiana.org. And my work phone number is 317-924-6817. And then our customer care line is 6800 at the end. Any other questions that we could field for you tonight before we hop off? Yeah, thank you. Good luck, everyone. Definitely, again, just remember, it should be fun. Take it at your own pace. There's no pressure. Sell the way that your girls and your caregivers want to sell, and try to make it as fun as possible. Agreed. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night.